Hey, it's Silver the Wack, and we're back again. This time, hopefully, it will not turn out janky, and I will let the thing do its thing, and process the video after it's done. So I do not have two screens, so I don't know what I look like. I just know what I look like right now, and that's yeah, very old cardigan situation, the same nightgown situation, the same face situation, same hair situation, but I feel like it just feels more like a gameplay for this game would be kinda strange without at least having an avatar in the corner. So yeah, let me see if I can put this smaller so that it doesn't cut into the game as much. Maybe I can shuffle this into this side of it, like so. Maybe if I move this up here. Yeah, I'm a professional. No, I'm not. I'm joking, obviously. But yeah, that's it. I think it's recording. Yeah. So let's continue. Now I know. Okay, Amanda crying. Love. Okay. Couldn't be one of my videos without me drinking something. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass the room, I can hear a faint noise, but can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. No, it's... yeah, did something happen? Yeah, because, I mean, I relate, and he also said that he didn't really have a connection with his own father, so it would make sense to make that choice. Unless, I guess I was trying to go for another route, I don't know. No, nothing happened, go away. Something must have happened, Amanda. Get out! Okay. Wow. Why is she so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. There's something wrong. Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't even remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night, I have very little sleep. I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Yeah. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes a still freezer burn waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully she blows over things and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at the picture of Amanda and I hanging on a wall. In it, I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to wear because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream, and it was like nothing ever even happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walking in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline to a room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, pumpkin. What? Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. So just whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting has set by now. Ta-da! Dad, it took me... Sorry you said, but I support you. 100%. Because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around side and I had to start over, and this is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big old serves up some delicious cake. So it's really stupid. What is? The whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes?
Oh no.
I guess I should start from the top. So you know how Emma R's going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R. Oh gosh, I don't remember. No, that was Amanda. The other one. I guess you're not technically wrong. It's good to have fallbacks like that one. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma B. I thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M. that both of the Emmas, Grace and Noah, all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night. They all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final. Yikes. So another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah. And that's a thing. What? Whoa, I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. So are you... I learned from the worst. Anyway, so The only person I told about the rush was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just kept quiet and kept going about my business. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invite everybody out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like simultaneously. And so I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable. So I go to the mall anyway. I guess she doesn't like the feedback, the little ways the character is letting her know that she's listening. So I go to the mall. Anyway, goddamn. I get to the food court, and who do I see but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah all hanging out together and eating nachos without me. What? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kinda weird, right? But then they kiss. No. Yes, I know. So I storm over there, and I'm like, hey! Grace drops a nacho on her shirt because of course she does, and Emma R just like glares at me. Grace. Nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the... I'm gonna say the boring one. Well, yeah, that's not the important part. Oh. Grace is the one nobody really likes. Or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck! Which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I click the spacebar too fast. So I left, without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to this shitty day, and immediately drafted a super long text to my group chats asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to Emma asking how long the Noah thing's been going on, and sorry. I know that's a lot, you still following? What did it? Okay. Get a load of this. Emma says, you know what? Let me just read it to you. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads word for word an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I'm trying my hardest to be supportive. They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her that she's being a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. I mean, yeah, I would stop being her friend and I would call her out of her name. And I was like, okay. And then she left me on red. And then, wait, left me on red? What's that? Oh, like, she saw my message and didn't reply. And I know, because there are read receipts. I don't know what read receipts are, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend I understand. What a vibe. Gotcha. So, while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am, because she's at least being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. Alright, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me. Half of my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. I mean, those people sucked, so maybe it was for the best. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everybody else, but Emma has been there since Dad died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kinda mad that she's dating Noah. She's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everyone just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. You shouldn't. They suck. Amanda looks so dejected I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help? Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. No, it's not. I mean, when you're a teenager and things like this happen, it feels like the end of the world. So, look at me sounding like a that. Yeah, I mean, usually I took care of things like this myself, but I never really had trouble with backstabbing, like, friends. You know what I'm saying? Because if people who do this are not friends, I would just drop them as well. And I know a kid who is 13 at the moment, I think. Yeah, she's turning 14 this year. And she also has ADHD. And she's kind of intense, you know? So she doesn't have a lot of friends in her class. And she says that most people don't like to hang out with her. And she's like, but I don't like them either. And I think that's a great attitude to have. Can I pause the recording? Because my environment is not the best. My god, please. Can I? My god. Is there a pause button? No. Okay, I think it might be working now. That was me trying to use sign language to say I'm sorry, and things got out of control around me. I'm not sure if this means around me, but yeah, I don't really know sign language. I am just, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't live in the best environment. But yeah, let's see if I can continue this without noise. Manda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating your human feelings this whole time. That, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long time ago. I like monster truck and fire truck. Walter. Does anyone remember that meme? But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Okay, brother. Yeah, real friends don't do that. When you get older, you start realizing that's the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who would do something like that to their friends? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful friendships. It took me a long time to figure that out myself, and I wish I had learned it sooner. If the other person isn't putting the effort in to show you how much they care, it's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Yeah, and I say this to myself when I isolate, like, nobody is forced to show up for me and try to reconnect with me, because, yeah, it's not a good trait to have. I know why it's there, but nobody has to put up with it, so it is what it is. Ultimately, I think this says more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing, and if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. I'll keep that in mind. I look down at the table. Did we just eat the whole cake? Yes, we did just eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes the door, she turns around. Hey, Pops. Yes? Thank you. You are always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
Oh, there was voice acting for that. Oh, nice. That's sweet.
Welcome. You got Dad.
You got dads. Are these two together? No, I want them to go to hell. I'm gonna message this one. Oh yeah, save and continue, okay. War chest. Always check the card reader at ATMs before you swipe. Go your invaluable. It's cheap. I think. Yeah, you think you are wrong. You are incorrect. It's not cheaper. You just know that the stuff you're growing is not packed full with pesticides and stuff. Sorry about the movement. If you're watching this, But I saved, right? Okay. I haven't spoken to Robert since that night we drove out to his thinking spot. He seemed unusually somber then. Like, more so than the usual amount of somber that Robert is, which is already a lot. I've been thinking about him and hope he's doing okay, but I've been a little reluctant to reach out to him. Silas, hey Silas. Guess who's getting the drink on tonight? I take a look at my dad book messages. There's a funny something that I skipped. Guess it's you. Also me, but mostly you. Yeah, dude. Yes! Meet me at Jim and Kim's at 8 p.m. Not that I'm unappreciative, but I think this is the first time that Robert's given me more than an hour's warning before hanging out. Okay, Amanda! Amanda pops her head into the hallway. Music I don't recognize blaring from her room. What's up? I'm hanging out with Robert later tonight. Okay, cool. Robert, who is my friend. I have friends. I'm happy for you, Dad. People enjoy my company, Amanda. Dad, I'm so happy for you. Continued development as a human being. What are you listening to? Sad shit. I don't give a fuck anymore. You know what? You're an adult now. I gave it an earnest effort for all 18 years of your life. Go forth and swear. Fuck yeah! Let Amanda say censored. I really hope I don't regret this later. Oh gosh, will I regret this later? I don't know. Amanda goes back into her room and turns up the volume to sad shit. Let's think about what sad shit would be. Wait, this game was released in 2017. What sad shit came out in 2017? Let's see. Okay. Sad songs from no, not the 2000s, 2017. US. Let's say US. Oh god, I don't recognize any of these. Shoot, I really have no idea. It Ain't Me. No idea. Heavy. Oh, Heavy came out in 2017, but that's probably too heavy for this type of drama. I have a special relationship with that song, actually. I wanna let go, but discomforting the panic. I drive myself crazy, thinking everything's about me. I drive myself crazy. Don't know who this is. No. Paris, the Chainsmokers. A violent noise. Noise. A violent nose. You're gonna live forever in me. John Mayer, don't know what that is. Cosima, I also don't know what that is. Killing Me, I don't know what that is. London Grammar, Big Picture. Maybe that's a good one. And how do I see the big picture? But I swear that these cars are fine. Only you will affect me in this perfect way tonight. Maybe this one. Yeah. She's listening to Big Picture by London Grammar. I put on my going out. Okay, back to the game, sorry about the tangent. I put on my going out coat and walk over to Jim and Kim's. I spot Robert leaning against the brick wall, smoking a cigarette. As I get closer, I realize that he looks a little different, cleaner, I guess. Okay. It actually seems like he combed his hair, and his clothes are less wrinkled than usual. If we're going from the picture, no. Hey. You take a shower just for me? I'm working on my relationship with existence. Oh, brother, what the hell? Okay. We both stand there for a second and don't say anything. Robert finishes his cigarette and abruptly goes inside. I follow him. By the time I get inside, Robert's already at the bar ordering 2 whiskeys. I spot a booth in the back and claim it's for us. Robert slides in and hands me a glass. To you. Here's to you. Continue the existence. We clink whiskeys and I watch him sip his rather than his traditional approach of slamming the whiskey back and as quickly as possible. So what's the plan for tonight? Hit some other bars, maybe grab some pizza. I think that'll kill some time before we go burn down that whole abandoned house in the woods. It's definitely not as fun if it's abandoned. Mary, oh gosh, it's Mary. Oh no, Mary. Mary pops over the back of the booth, a glass of wine in her hand. She punches Robert in the shoulder. Where was my phone call? Sorry, figured you were busy sinking your teeth into some poor sap. Is right here. I look around the booth and see a guy sitting across from her. He waves meekly. You replacing me with the new kid? Mary, I could never replace you, whether I wanted to or not. Mary leaves her booth and slides in next to Robert. The guy she was sitting with looks mildly relieved. She eyes Robert's clean pressed clothes up and down suspiciously. What, do you got a court date coming up? He does. Courts offer me impunity if I would testify against him. I'm considering. Seriously though, what's up with you? Robert stares down at his drink, suddenly looking serious. It's Papi. Doctors say it's cirrhosis of the liver. I told that old bag of bones to quit it with a sauce, but it's all is ever known, especially since Ma's gone. That's why I invited you out tonight. Just didn't want to be alone. Oh, come on. Silas, don't be an asshole. You know the one thing Robert does joke around about is his puppy. Whoops. They've giving him 2 months. I gotta help him straighten out his affairs. Robert, I'm so sorry. Man. Robert takes a long look at his whiskey, eyeing it in the dim glow of the bar's lights. I look at his life, then I look at mine, and I know history is just doomed to repeat itself. No, it isn't. Brother, you can still change it. I'm not going to get emotional over some sim date game. Come on. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. He's retired with his new girlfriend in Acapulco. They watch the sunset every night, probably screw like donkeys. Wait, aren't rabbits the ones who screw a lot? Oh, sorry, didn't realize you were an expert on which animals screw a lot. Please stop saying the word screw. Robert finishes his drink and slides it away from him. He gets up out of the booth. Me and Silas are gonna hit the brakes. You coming with? Mary casts one last glance at the sad sap she's been hunting and downs the rest of her wine in one gulp. This place is dead anyways. She's coming along. Ugh. We exit the bar and find a typically empty street filled with a small crowd of people. At the front is a guy with a really deliberate attitude and bad posture. He carries a lantern that he shines up at his face for dramatic effect. What's going on? Looks like it's one of those walking ghost tours that they do that in this part of town all the time. I've always wanted to do one of those. You know, all of the stories are fake, right? Pretty much all of my stories are fake. This is research. Robert makes a beeline towards the back of the group. He turns around when he notices that I'm not following him. Come on. Come on. We can't just crash in, can we? Don't be such a square, Silas. Just act like you belong. Robert sidles up to the tour group. I reluctantly fall into step behind him. Well, here goes nothing. Oh god. Tour Master Quinn. Hey, it was in this place in 1694 that the most infamous witch trials were held. To date, we do not know if the people burned at the stake were actually witches, but it is widely reported that their ghosts still haunt this hapless dive bar to this very day. It was actually 1692. What? And the site was over by the coffee shop down the road. I'm sorry, who are you? Daniel McSturgis. And this is my colleague Doctor. 80s reference. Dr. Loomis, paranormal investigator extraordinaire. We're touring America's most haunted locations as research for our new book. You may have seen our guest cameo on Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition. A couple of people in the group that start nodding. Man, Robert's good at this. Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first stop. We like to keep a low profile. Easier to catch ghosts that way. They've definitely been here. Been standing next to them the whole time. Thank you, random lady who I do not know. As I was saying, the epicenter of paranormal activity can be found at the Coffee Spoon, over there. The man who runs it has been plagued by hauntings since he signed the lease. Damn near driven him mad. But whatever you wanna say is cool, I guess it's your tour. Didn't know that about Matt. Wait, Robert's making this up. Of course he is making this up. The rest of the tour group listens intently to Robert's every word. I think the tour guide can tell that he's losing the group. He seems to be getting flustered. Oh, flustered. Thank you for your contribution and knowledge, Mr. McSturgis. Let's move on to the next haunted location. Robert, Mary, and I follow the group down the street. The tour guide's shirt is cool. Yeah, everyone in the group gets one if we make it to the final location. I turn to Robert and grab him by the shoulders. I need a t-shirt. Well, guess we're on this for the long haul then. Just follow my lead, don't arouse too much suspicion, and we will have cool ghost shirts in no time. Oh my god, I can't with this guy. My coffee's getting cold. Sorry about the noise. And for being gross. And just I think Robert will approve. Our group arrives at an old, decrepit, colonial-style house. A quick pause in the tour. My name is Quinn. Most people on the ghost tour I can't say that word. Circuits call me Tour Master Quinn. I'm a DJ, trivia master, and part-time actor. Oh gosh, it's a jack of all trades, master of none. I do private ghost hunting events, birthday parties, MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional vaudevillian mime work. Oh, really? It's a jack of all trades and master of none. So Master Queen gives out headshots to all of us. His resume is on the back. Stage combat experience. Anyway, here's a little bit of history for you all. This was the home of noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was wildly popular in the late 19th century. It was in the attic of this very home where she wrote such classics as The Diaries of a Victorian Mistress, Lady Fitzwilliam's Courtship, and The Ghost of Sea Captain Reginald Barclay. She unfortunately died of consumption. I can say that one. What that one means. It means tuberculosis. Shortly after the turn of the century. A bunch of random piece of trivia. I didn't know that. That's why I'm saying what it is. Shortly after the turn of the century, but several people have reported that on some nights you can see a light from the attic where the ghost of Miss Pembridge continues work on her latest bestseller. I guess you could say that she was consumed by her work. No reaction from the crowd. This guy needs to work on his dad jokes. Actually, consumption is the popular cover-up. Little known fact is that it was a murder-suicide. I'm pretty sure she died of consumption. Consumption? Sure, and we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's the watered-down, censored version they teach you in school, but if you can't handle the real story, I understand it's not for the faint of heart. Can we... I think everyone would much rather hear what this world-renowned ghost historian has to say. Right, everybody? The group murmurs in agreement. This is a topic we cover extensively in our book. Dr. Loomis, would you care to tell the story? Riff something eyebrow. Ah yes, though it's rarely covered in traditional textbooks, Dorothy Pembridge was caught in a fierce rivalry with fellow local author Arthur Livingston Price. Arthur's books were blatant rip-offs of Pembridge's work and consistently sold better. Pembridge was enraged by this and confronted Livingston Price at his home with plans to end his life. Their bitter feud surprisingly blossomed into a torrid, passionate affair. After many months of secret courtship, Pembridge followed through with her original plan and poisoned Livingston Price in his sleep. Overcome with unexpected grief, Pembridge polished off the last of the poison and died by a lover's scythe. Reports say that couples who enter this house will, no doubt, doom their relationship to a bitter end. Man, I should bring my wife here. The entire tour group laughs hardly. Not a my wife joke, Robert. Come on, man. I'm kidding, my wife is dead. The crowd gasps. She was killed by a ghost. The crowd gasps. I'm just messing with you guys, come on. A nervous chuckle ripples through the crowd. Okay. The tour guide sees this as an opportunity to take back the group and addresses us with some razzle-dazzle. Oh gosh, not the whole razzle-dazzle. Haha, what an interesting story. Now, I just want everyone to know that the next location is extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks they can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves. Alright, I'm bored. Mary turns to a young guy looking at his phone and taps him on the shoulder. Hey kid, fancy buying a gal a drink? The guy looks up at her and smiles. Only if the bar is haunted. Honey, I can show you the most haunted place in town. I think I could exercise your demons if that's what you're looking for. Don't write checks, you dick and crash kid. Oh golly, Miss Molly, what the hell? Woo-wee. Okay. His eyes go wide. Mary salutes me and Robert. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs into my ear. When you've known Rob for as long as I have, you know when something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for me tonight, okay? Sure, Mary. Good, man. Mary pats me on the back and pulls away. She takes the guy's hand and leads him down the street.
Hey.
Take it sleazy, fellas. God help that poor soul. Mary or the kid? Both. Last stop. The burial ground is such a hotbed of horrifying paranormal activity that I'm not even sure where to begin. There's the wailing ghost of the wharfman, the vampire of Maple Bay, the children of the moonlight. What about the Dover ghost? By this point, the tour guide is clearly irritated with us. What about it? Oh, nothing. I just think it would be a crime to come all the way out to this cemetery to actual origin of one of New England's. Oh, they're in New England. Okay, New England's most notorious paranormal entities, and not even mention the infamous Dover ghost. That's not a real thing. That is absolutely not a real thing. I just think someone needs to brush up their paranormal history. I know tons about paranormal history. I know every ghost story in this area. I can guarantee there's one you don't know. Robert looks over at me and smiles. Would you folks care to hear the tale of how Loomis and I met? No. The entire group shushes the tour guide. Shush! Jack of all trades, master of none. Okay, fine. Tell the story. Well, it was a dark and stormy night. I wasn't always a paranormal investigator. Way back when, I was just Carnival Park. Traveling grifter. Bible salesman. Traveling around the state, not only spreading the good word, but becoming closer to the man upstairs myself. I happened upon the quiet town of Maple Bay quite by accident, but little did I know that this city has a dark side. Now, about that same time, I was just starting out as an apprentice to the rather famous ghost hunter who was an old family friend of mine. I carried the equipment, operated the EVP machine, all that. Wait. Yes? Who was the famous ghost hunter? Well, I don't like to name drop, but Georgia Mathers. The tour group grasps. Georgia Mathers? She's a legend. You know her? Knew her. Amazing woman. Died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie. Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports of strange lights and sounds coming from the cemetery late at night. Now, we had been warned by the old crypt keeper that this place was highly dangerous, but Georgia was never one to shy away from an adventure. We camped out in the center of the cemetery for 3 nights straight. We endured your so-called wailing watchman. Wailing ghost of the wharf man. Whatever, your stupid vampire was just a teenager in a mask, but the Dover ghost, man, tell him, Loomis. So there I was, just walking back to my hotel after a long day of selling Bibles, saving souls and selling Bibles, also saving a couple Bibles, but never selling any souls, except my own, but that's another story. I lean over to Tour Master Quinn. Won it back in a fiddle competition. Ooh, this is reminding me of a Sinners, when the white folks are like fiddling outside. That scene was jarring, to say the least. I found myself walking past this very cemetery. Now, I was never a very superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could hear some sort of commotion happening deep within the graveyard, and I felt compelled to investigate. And thank God you did. George and I were conducting a seance in the mausoleum. At first things were pretty normal, but after about an hour everything went south. Playing back the EVP meter, we were able to hear a single word. Run. The air suddenly went cold. Something was very, very wrong. I just knew we weren't alone. We started to hear this faint, distant scraping noise, like something being dragged across the ground. It got louder and louder until it was deafening, some kind of demented howl. And then I felt it. Something, grabbing my ankle. Robert has the whole crowd hook, line, and sinker. You could hear a pin drop. I've only cried twice in my life. Once at the birth of my daughter, the other was when that thing started dragging me. I wasn't sure where it was taking me, but I knew it was no place I wanted to go. I was sure I was going to die. The moment I crossed the gate into the cemetery, I heard this god-awful screeching. I ran into the mausoleum just in time to see a man being pulled across the floor by God. To this day, the mere thought of it ties my stomach into knots. It looked like a man, but I glanced at Robert. Like someone who didn't know what a man was supposed to look like tried to put a one together. The arms were too long, its eyes glowed red. It was like a walking shadow. What I do? What any good person would do. I lunged for... Shoot, what was his fake name again? Oh God. I actually did not catch that. I'm gonna say David. Oh gosh, it was Daniel. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go back because I actually did not remember. I'm gonna cheat. Okay, cool. Okay, we can skip this. We can skip this, and this, and I'm glad I saved the thing. I'm glad I'm old school and save when it's not. Okay, we're gonna keep the same choices, just the name. God, I'm so sorry. I'm cheating. But I'm so glad I saved. Selling Bibles, yes, selling Bibles. I'm sorry, my memory is bad, and I really actually did not catch that because I pressed the space bar too fast. The fiddle competition, yes, that's still... Yeah, that one haunts me. If you're watching this and did not watch Sinners, I recommend it. If you want something with a message that tells a story and is actually very interesting and cool. Run. Like someone was yeah. What I do I lunch for... Shoot, what was his fake name again? Daniel McSturgis. Daniel. Yay. Let's save. God damn it, I really did not catch that. I feel bad for cheating. I really didn't remember, okay? I just want this to go well. I grabbed his hand and entered into a tug of war with the unholiest of forces. I thought I was gonna be torn in half, but I had God on my side. I have the power of God and anime on my side. The pocket Bible I always kept on me fell out of my shirt pocket, and to this day I can't remember what passage it opened up to. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat. Probably not Leviticus. Leviticus is probably bad. Leviticus. 2, 5. Come on. What? Leviticus 2. Oh gosh. 2, 5. Okay. Outline specific instructions for preparing a grain offering cook. Ah! Okay. What one produces for hard work is an offering to God. Okay, not probably. Let's see. We'll keep that in mind. Revelations 1:3. Blessed is the one who reads aloud the words of the prophecy, and blessed are those who hear it and take to heart what is written in it, because the time is near. Oh gosh, that one is not good. Ecclesiastes 12:7. After death, the physical body, the dust, returns to the earth, and the spirit, breath of life, returns to God who gave it. Okay, that's interesting. And then Austin is not a real one. Yeah, famous catchphrase used by pro wrestler Stone Cold Steve Austin from the Bible verse John 13:16. Okay, John 3:16. Now I'm curious, because I am Roman Catholic, not exactly the most practicing one, but yeah. Yeah, no, it's not that one. So what were the other ones? What was Revelations? No. Yeah, I'm gonna say this one. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it is, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. I have no idea where I would pull that verse from. Okay, but that was a good one. Okay, I'm gonna say good call. I kinda cheated because I did not remember the verses from the Bible. Yeah, most people don't. With a horrifying growl, the entity finally relented. Daniel and I collapsed onto the ground exhausted. We were both covered in blood. That damn creature clawed into my chest, got me real good. I had to get 16 stitches. Robert pulls down the collar of his shirt to reveal a long, wicked scar across his pecs. And that's how I got the scar. I followed George and Mathers to the end of the earth. We faced exorcisms, demons, poltergeists that threw our equipment across the room, but I had never seen Georgia so scared. She was never the same after that, and neither was I. Yeah, this poltergeist thing reminded me of when my friend was, who doesn't speak German, very well. I mean, we kind of on the same level, but she was speaking to some German tourists and tried to say that it was the Zeitgeist, and instead said it was the Zeitgeist. And they just erupted in laughter. They just started laughing really hard. Watching what happened to Daniel and Georgia shook my faith, but I came out of that experience a better man and a better friend. And we've been brothers ever since. The tour group gives us a round of applause as Robert and I share an emotional hug. As he embraces me, I can smell the cologne on his neck. Wow, Robert does clean up good. I find myself lingering a little too long on the hug. The tour guide seems to have bought it. Even is wiping a tear from his eyes. Thank you. It's an honor to be able to share our story. Be sure to watch out for our book. Paranormal expression of the supernatural. I wrote ghost. No, that's no. I saw a demon. The shocking true story of seeing a demon. The bros guys to the goddess ghosts. Definitely on your t-shirts. The tour guide hands us the covered t-shirts. He then slips us both his business card and leans in close. If you guys are ever in need of a professional actor, balloon animal artist, Elvis impersonator, or youth model, please don't hesitate to contact me. You got it, buddy. After a couple of tourists take selfies with us, we split away from the group and walk home. That was incredible. I really can't believe they bought all of that. I didn't know you had it in your Silas. Excuse me, Dr. Loomis. That bit about the pocket Bible was aces, although giving the Dover ghost glowing red eyes was a little cliche. And the Kubrick conspiracy theory bit wasn't. All a part of the character. Well, we got the shirts out of it. We arrive in front of Robert's house. Wanna have a drink? Yeah. You trying to poison? No, it's not even a question. Robert, how long have you known me for? Do you really think I would turn down the opportunity to share a fine alcoholic beverage with my treasured friend and accomplice, Mr. Bobbert Small? If you ever call me Bobbert again, I will kick you right in the shins, both of them. Then you can expect an angry phone call from my orthopedist in the morning. Bobbert. Robert just laughs and starts unlocking the door. My shins live to die another day. Robert leads me inside. I can't help but think about what Mary said to me. Robert did seem a little bit off. That's why I chose that one. Completely disappeared when we were joking around with the ghost tour? I don't know. It's hard to read. While I'm thinking, I hear claws skittering across the floor. Oh god, it's Pitbull. I'm about to be torn to shreds. I shut my eyes tight and brace for impact. Betsy, hey, be nice. I don't feel anything but tiny paws scratching at my shoes. I open my eyes. Betsy? Robert's dog. It's a Frenchie. Jumps away from me, running around in circles and sniffing Robert's legs. He pats her on the head. Hey, that's not a pit bull. It's the cutest, dumbest it's a Boston Terrier. Okay, sorry. I've ever seen. Betsy, you're not a pit bull and you weren't taken by the Dover ghost. Betsy's made of tougher stuff than that. Ain't you, girl? Betsy rolls over for some well-deserved belly rubs. I just keep a picture of a large pit bull in my wallet in case of emergencies, comedic emergencies. We make our way to bed. Robert's living room for a quiet man with arguably, oh, he has a turntable. The oldest pickup truck that can be legally driven. His place is amazing. There are sleek modern appliances throughout the room with a big flat screen. TV mounted on the wall. Has shelves upon shelves of DVDs. Guess he wasn't lying about being really into cinema. He pours both glasses of whiskey from a well-stocked bar in the corner while Betsy curls up on a pile of cushions. So, did you really get that scar? And don't tell me you got it fishing for Alaskan king crabs in the Bering Sea or something. You trained me too well. Exactly. Robert laughs and takes a sip of his drink. My daughter and I were riding our bikes. I hit a rock, flew over the handlebars, and then we went to the hospital, and that's it. Not a very interesting story. I've never heard you talk about your daughter. Well, I have one. That's her. He points out a picture on the wall of a very serious little girl with dark eyes. Yep, that's definitely Robert's daughter. How old is she? 25, 26, not too sure. Does she live around here? No. Val lives back in Brooklyn, works at some new media online magazine thing, makes buckets. Oh. He suddenly seems really serious. I probably shouldn't press him about it. You like Santana? Yes. Great. Oh, I've heard of Santana. He suddenly downs his drink in one gulp. Hey, are you alright? Robert leans in and kisses me, the taste of whiskey burning my lips. I'm surprised at first, but slowly relax into his arms. He pulls away slightly, his lips— oh gosh, that was unexpected. His lips barely brushing against my mouth. I am now. I can't say anything, at best managing a sigh. Robert leans in again, kissing me harder. He pulls my bottom lip between his teeth and bites lightly, sliding a hand under my shirt. My heart pounds in my chest as he lies us both down on the couch. He kisses a trail down my neck, his teeth raising my skin. I just— wait, it's not that. Robert bites down and I have to stifle a moan. Stop. Robert stiffens up and pulls away. No biting? No, I'm not. I'm more than okay with that. Something's up. Robert runs a hand through my hair and looks away. I'm fine, I've just been kinda stressed out. Tired, not a big deal. Push it. Listen, I want this as badly as you do, but I know something is wrong. I need to make sure that you're okay. Robert stares at the ground. You don't know me that well, Silas. I'm not a good person. He takes a deep breath. I spent my whole life only taking, and now here I am, an old broken man, sitting on top of a pile of everything I've ever taken, alone. But I want to know you. You don't have to keep hiding behind fake stories and acting like you don't have feelings. It's... Mood. It's Val. She's visiting tomorrow. She wants to patch things up. Are you? I'm sorry, but is this a bit? No. When was the last time you saw her? 3, 4, I think. Months? Years. I sit up straight. Jesus, Robert, what happened between you two? I don't want to talk about it. Robert and I sit in silence, neither of us wanting to look at each other, but both of us unsure of what to do next. Fine. Things were already bad between us. I cared about her. I always did. Things just got in the way, and before I knew it, she was leaving for college, wanting nothing to do with me. Marlene and I moved out here to settle down. We thought it would help to get away from all the distractions, all the money, and drinking. But temptation gets to you. I tried to be better, but I just couldn't. And then the accident changed everything. I think every day about how she must have died hating me. I never became the better man that she wanted me to be, the one she always saw in me. Okay, so everyone's wives just died randomly, except for maybe Craig's and Mary. the beard. uh, she was the last thread Val and I had connecting us together. I didn't know that when I lost my wife I was gonna lose my daughter too. Robert, I spent so much time chasing after things I thought were gonna make me happy that I ruined my only real chance at happiness. Now my wife is dead and my daughter hates me. And then I convinced myself that this, it just vaguely in my direction, was going to make me happy. Why do I even try anymore? I'm so sorry, I know how hard it is to... No, you don't. How could you possibly know how this feels? You did everything right. Your daughter loves you. You're a good person. I was a terrible husband, and I'm an even worse father. I have no idea why she's even bothering to contact me now. I know I'm just gonna fuck it up like I always do. I'm broken. I shouldn't even go. Robert puts his head in his hands. Tell him what he wants to hear. Oh no! Oh no! We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. No 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 no. No 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 no. I refuse. I refuse. I will not be swayed. This guy is complicated. God damn it. Oh damn it. This guy. I'm not gonna walk away. That's the no good option, because yeah, he needs to stay with someone. Nothing is going to change until you do. Okay, that's good advice. There are lots of things in my life that I regret, that I wish I could take back or do over, and it hurts so much to know that I can't. But what I can do, and what you have the privilege of doing tomorrow morning, is to wake up and try to be a better person than you were the day before. Things aren't going to fix themselves tomorrow or the next day, and patching things up with Val isn't going to solve all of your problems either, but nothing is going to change if you don't, and you can't love anyone else until you stop hating yourself. Why did I think that telling him what he wanted to hear was a good idea? Am I stupid? Yes, probably that's the answer to that question. Anyway, and you're right, I don't know you that well, but you have the same capacity for good that we all have, and I know you can find it. Val is giving you a chance, don't waste it. But, Robert, listen to me, it's gonna be okay. But, I lean over and embrace Robert, pulling him in as tightly as I can. He buries his head into my shoulder, hanging me back. It's gonna be okay. I place a hand on the back of his head and stroke his hair. He shudders, then sobs. Then I realize that he's crying. Thank you. We stay there for a while, holding each other. We both eventually drift off to sleep. Hey, that was nice. Date complete! Okay. Okay, that was not amazing. But it was good. Okay, go on all Robert dates. Okay, cool. Okay, let's save. Okay. Now we pray. No, oh gosh, it's 1 hour and 20 minutes. Oh shoot. Yeah, I am going to cut this off now. This took longer than expected because I cheated a little bit. But yeah, I'll try to let this thing process the video without touching it, and hopefully it will not be as janky. And if you stumbled across this, you enjoyed it, yeah, I'll put it in the description. But yeah, I'm not forcing anyone to watch these. The other things that I do on my little whack about will still be done. But this is fun, and yeah, I don't want to waste my friend's money. I mean, I already bought the game as I was instructed to do, so I'm going to play it. But yeah, I'll be back with this, and that's a threat, not free of me yet. And thanks, Tiny Gamer, for the tips. Let's see if I can do it right this time. Also sorry about the pause in the middle and all that. Yeah, I'm not a professional. Things get noisy around here sometimes, so yeah. But I'll be back. That's a threat.